class with me, join me. Weights are optional. I am a physical therapist as well as a strength coach and a yogi. This is for all levels, especially my active adults, 40 plus. If you've got only time to do some stuff at home workouts, this class is for you. I'm gonna take you through some advanced core work, but I'm gonna show you options. I'm always gonna focus on injury prevention as a PT. Take care of your bodies. Weights are optional. If you got some weights, bring them. I host classes every Friday. Join me for core. Join me for full body strength class Mondays, Wednesdays, core is Fridays. Weights, you absolutely need those for class. But again, home workout, do what you got. You got stuff at home, you can still get absolutely strong. Take care of your body, resilient bodies as we get older. Join me. All right, let's get started. So if you've got weights, again, totally optional. We're gonna start off with a little bit of an easy warm-up, a little yoga, nothing too crazy. Then we're gonna take it down onto the mat. We've got 3 moves, advanced core moves in a circuit. Stretch, done, that's it. Let's get going. Subscribe to the channel to get notifications of live class every week. Core is Fridays. Let's get it going. Bring your arms to the sky. Warming up, just getting in touch with our body, just kind of stretching things out. How's everything feeling? How's our spine? How are our hips? Has it been a long week? Fridays are meant for some core activation, some strength, some abs, and just a little bit of just de-stress. Let's get ready for the weekend. Reach, lengthen. Think about crown of the head to the ceiling. Elongate through the spine. One breath here. And then exhale, forward fold, bring the arms all the way down, shake it out. Again, easy warm up, just using this little yoga sequence to stretch and just check in with our body. Knees are nice and soft. Keep your back nice and supported here. This should feel good on the spine. Shake it out, reach side to side. Take one more breath here. And then on your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back, straighten out the knees. If you want more of a hamstring, this is your hip hinge. Hinging at the hips, bracing with my abs, tuck my chin in, hold it here for one breath. Nice little stretch here in the hammies. And then when you're done, bring your hands down, step back into plank. We have some planks in our warm-up. I'm not gonna do that many planks today in our core series. So let's just get some shoulder and upper body strength in with our planks. Planks are great, especially if you don't have weights. Do some planks and push-ups. Spread your fingers wide, push away from the mat. Engage those shoulders, hold it here for one breath. And then exhale, knees down, slowly lower chaturanga, elbows close to your sides, uncurl your toes, press yourself up into a little baby cobra. Pull the shoulder blades down your back, engage your lats. That's gonna stabilize, support your back. One breath here. Exhale back down. Uncurl your toes, push yourself back, downward facing dog. That's the whole flow. You do not need to be great at yoga to enjoy the benefits of just a little bit of yoga, right? This should feel great. Downward dog is a great one. I love to give my runners, my cyclists, or anybody with tight calves, pedal those feet out, give your ankles and calves a nice little stretch. Pedal, pedal, pedal. This should feel good. Bring that booty up high to the sky. Pedal those feet. We're gonna do this flow 2 more times, then we're gonna get into a little bit of squats, a little bit of glutes, a little bit of quads. Walk your hands back to your feet. Rolling up slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reach the sky, round 2. I have a challenge this month. October is glutes challenge. If you want to join my challenge, check the notes after. Inhale, reach the sky. So we've got some glutes today. Let's do it. Exhale, forward fold. October is Dia de los Deadlift. Glutes challenge. Any glute work this month. Inhale, halfway lift. Join the challenge. Win some stuff. Holding it here, hinging, deadlift. Speaking of glutes, hold it here in this hinge position, bracing with my abs. Hands come down, plank, number 2. Strong shoulders, pushing away from the mat. Abs are on. Exhale, lower however you want, knees or all the way down. Controlled work, your upper body strength. Uncurl your toes, pressing yourself up. If you want to come all the way up and this feels good on the spine, this should feel nice on the lower back, not pinching. I suggest you pull the shoulder blades down your back. That's going to help to stabilize that lower back. And then tighten your abs just a little bit here. If this one is one of those ones that kind of doesn't feel great on the lower back, or just keep it that low cobra. Exhale back down. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. We've got 1 more round. Then we're doing some chair pose, which is your squats. Squat, 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 air squat, right? Pedal the feet, stretch the calves. Last time through, walk your hands back to your feet. Rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. Let's get through this last sequence. You should be starting to feel warmed up. We're gonna get into those hips and glutes next. Reach to the sky, tall spine. Exhale, forward fold. Let all that stress go. Inhale, halfway lift. Hip hinge, Hinge at those hips. Hands come down, plank, strong shoulders, part of our core. Posture, upper body strong. Hold it here. Exhale, lower. Work your upper body strength. I did push-ups in full body class this week if you missed it. Up dog or cobra. Enjoy this. This should feel nice on the lower back. Be nice to your back, right? Brace with your abs. And then push yourself downward facing dog. Let's finish our warm-up with some chair pose. So again, chair pose is your squat. And I just want to get into the hips. We're not adding weights to this. If you want to add some weights, please grab them and you can turn this into a squat. For the rest of us, we're just going to do chair pose. Enjoying the downward dog, stretching out my calves. If you're like me, you have tight calves, tight hamstrings. I know I feel this one. And then walk your hands back to your feet. So if you've got weights and you want to add on, we're going to do another glute activation exercise after our core work. If you want to add them into your squat, you can, right? So we're doing chair pose. Chair pose is your squat. So find a stance that's going to work for you. Now, if you've got tight hips, I suggest you bring your feet wide because I really want some depth. If you've got this into that one weight, I like to hold it at my chest, goblet squat. Got 2 weights at your sides. Back focused squat here, sinking back into my heels, right? My toes are planted. Now, if you don't have weights, let's just do chair pose. Inhale, and then sinking down into my pose. I'm keeping my back flat. I'm pulling my shoulders down my back. I'm not here. I'm here. Engage with those lats. Bracing here and here. Pinching those shoulder blades back. Eyes are looking forward or slightly down from the horizon. Again, when I sink into, this is just a warm-up. You got your weights, you can add them. Have at it. Work on your depth. So if you got tight hips, this chair pose and this air squat is a chance to work on that depth. See how low you can go. Right, really sinking into those hips. Take a wide stance, and if you need to turn the feet out as well, do that. This is just mobilize, get into those hips. Finishing out our warm-up just a little bit. Get that heart rate up just a little bit. Blood flowing. We've got our core series next. 3 moves, advanced. Weights are always optional. We're gonna start off with a Russian twist. Got some lower abs, got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Finish with some glutes. A little bit of everything. Finishing off, again, sinking down and back into my squat. I'm not here, I'm here. Back, right? Shins go back, hips go back. 3 more just like this. That's it. Just having some fun, getting the blood flowing. It's Friday. All right, done with that. Let's do a little cat-cow. I'm gonna talk us through this core series. So again, 3 moves, modify as needed. I will show options. Modify based on what is right for your body. Cat-cow, finishing out our warm-up, just getting that spine supple. Again, we want joints that are moving, supple joints, flexibility, mobility, as well as strength in our muscles. We want both. We don't just want to do strength, and we don't just want to stretch all the time. Let's do both. Get that spine moving. Exhale, inhale, and arch. So we've got a seated Russian twist. Now, if that doesn't feel great on your back, come onto your back and just do some bicycle crunches. The emphasis is obliques. We've got some lower abdominal work coming after that with a reverse crunch. And if you want to get spicy with it, you can add a little bit of a full body crunch to that. And then we're going to finish with a plank. Right? And I'll show you options with that plank. We're going to modify each time. All right? So let's start off in seated. It's got a little bit of a hold. We got a little bit of a lower abdominal reverse crunch. We got a little bit of an oblique. We got a little bit of everything for our core series today. 3 rounds, 3 moves. Let's go. If you don't have weights, that's okay. If you've got them, add them in. Sitting up here, nice and tall. I'm going to pull my shoulder blades back. I'm not here. Here. Engage your lats. Hold it here. Abs tight in the front, back is tight from the back. That's gonna support, stabilize your spine. If you've got the weights, add a twist. If you don't have the weights, still twist. Now, if you've got weights, I want you to think about grabbing the weights, but keeping those shoulders pulled back, right? So we're not rounding. So this is our first move, start now, right? We're gonna do 3 rounds. First round, I like to go a little bit longer, working on a little bit of endurance, just get those abs fired up. If you want to lift the legs up, challenging your balance, especially if you don't have weights, try that. right? We're always adding some difficulty. Again, form is first. I'm focusing on my form, number one, and then I'm gonna add some complexity. Number two, listen to your body. If this does not feel great on your back, this seated twist, come onto your back for bicycle crunches, right? That would be a nice alternative. So some of my patients or some of my lower back patients, this is not the best position for them, this twist without support. So support your back onto your back. You can always modify. I will always show modifications in my class, hopefully, if I remember. Again, this is obliques, across. Get that full range. If you're just doing this, that ain't obliques. I don't know what the hell this is, right? It's like arms or something. Work to your full range. This is also a great exercise, as are your bicycles, to get some nice movement in your upper back. A lot of you guys are really stiff in that mid-back, upper back, and that's leading to some of that neck and shoulder pain, lower back pain. Mobilize, rotate, get some healthy movement, right? We need, again, like I said, mobility in our joints, as well as strength in our muscles. All right, last few here. We're gonna come onto our back. Reverse crunch is your option. If you wanna get spicy, I'll show you some spicy options. Otherwise, keep it simple. Lower abdominals, squeezing to lift the legs up. Two more here, last one on your back. All right, my reverse crunch, lifting my booty off of the mat. So if I'm doing my reverse crunch and I'm just kind of keeping it simple, it's gonna be exhale, lift, and tap. Squeeze, lift that butt up. Exhale, squeeze. Now if you wanna add more, full body, elbow to knee. Exhale. If you really wanna get crazy with it, I don't know if I do today, but maybe, I'm just gonna add my weight, right? Now make sure as you lower, your lower back is staying pressed down. This part, key part. If you do not do that, your lower back is going to get strained, and that is not the point of this class. Make your back stronger, not strain it. Exhale, squeeze, pelvic floor, lower abdominals. You need to squeeze, activate, squeeze, and lift. You want to get even spicier? Tap further. Have fun with that. That's a hard one. The further away that you tap, the harder you have to work to stabilize in your midsection, right? So it's going to be more of that lower back that needs to work to press, to keep it pressed down, right? So you got all sorts of options here. If you really want to slay yourself, let's do 3 more, just like this. 2, 1, planks. Let's do a 30-second plank hold, and then I'm gonna add on to that plank hold. Now, if you just need to take a break after the 30 seconds, that's cool too. Forearm plank is here, right? I'm not gonna be flat back. I'm gonna be in my RKC style plank, which means I'm a little bit curved. Activate those abs a little bit more. 30-second hold, then 30-second knee pulls. I will show you in 3. Get ready. In 2. Set yourself up in that RKC style plank here. So you see how I'm kind of curved? I'm not here. I like this position better. You're gonna get much more abs engagement. I want you to imagine you're pulling your elbows down to your toes. There should be a lot of tension. We're gonna do 30 seconds just like this, and then 30, not 30, but then like a 10 count of pull. If you're done after the 30, please take a break. That's okay. So we're gonna start off with that knee pull. In 3, in 2, in 1, and pull, and pull, and pull, and pull. You can do whatever you want with these. You can go up, go sideways, whatever you want. Couple more. We're gonna come back into that Russian twist next. Pull, keep going. In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Come back into seated. All right, we're done with that. That was fun. Back to your Russian twist, back at it. We're not taking breaks. This is a circuit. We do not take breaks here. This class and my full body class, if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get notifications for that. These are much more circuit based. Again, if you're at home, I'm assuming you probably do not have the heaviest weights, right? So again, this style of class doesn't mean every workout you do is gonna be circuit based, but if you don't have really heavy weights, you might want to decide to go for a little bit of speed, a little bit more of a metabolic workout, meaning faster, right? You still should do the heavy lifting, but that ain't this class. This is a 10-pound weight, right? So prioritize maybe some other time in the week if you have access to the gym or have your equipment. This class, all my classes, if you're at home, you get some 10-pounders, some 20s, whatever. You can absolutely get stronger. You can absolutely build a very strong core and full body. But again, faster, maybe more reps, right? If we don't have the heavier weights, we're gonna have to change something, and that's gonna be more reps. Or we make it, again, more circuit, more metabolic, different purpose. Last few here, really twist, rotate through that thoracic spine, engage those obliques fully. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse crunch, you pick. However you want to torture yourself with these. I kind of like this combo, right? More of like a V up. You decide if you just want to keep it here. Right? A little bit of just that lower. The lower is the harder part, right? Away from the body. Really have to tighten those abs, making sure that lower back is pressing down. This is hard. And again, I'm going to remind you guys that if you are a bigger person, I'm pretty small, this is a lot heavier of a leg. So it's going to be a lot harder work for you, right? So some of these moves are just easier if you're a smaller person, like push-ups, pull-ups, lower abdominal. If you got less leg, there's less to hold, right? Here. So really lock into your core here. Do not kill your back doing this, right? So you need to modify. Don't be a hero. That's my PT advice for you. Really maintain this form here. Lower back is pressed down. My lower back is pressed down the entire time. There is no arching of my back at the end. That is wrong. Straight up wrong. You see that? You see other fitness professionals doing it or anyone else, it's wrong. It is not stable lower back. Keep it pressed, which requires a lot of work. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Planks. 30 seconds, and then a little bit of knee grabs. Let's do it whichever version you're doing. Let's start off in 2 and 1. Not taking breaks. Let's go. RKC style plank, active abs. I want this to feel very active as a plank. You're not hanging out in your plank. Up, tailbone tucked under, slight curve in the back, elbows driving down to your toes, chin is tucked in, abs are braced, tension, tension on. 10 seconds, then we got those knee grabs. We got 1 more round, that's it. I'm gonna try to squeeze in a little bit of glutes before we cool down, maybe. I'm gonna try. So we got time for, we got 1 more round of these. Pull the knees. Any modification, bear crawl, army crawl, whatever you wanna do here, or just straight knee pull. Almost done. 1 more round. A little spicy today. This workout, I said this workout Friday was gonna be a little spicy abs, and it's feeling spicy to me. 3, 2, 1. Maybe it's just me, but today feels a little bit harder. All right, sitting up nice and tall. Again, form, last round. Lock in. Good form, right? Even though I love my yoga, I can be sort of a drill sergeant when it comes to form. Do not get injured. Do not get injured. Focus, stay focused. No spacing out while we do abs, especially more complex core work. Gotta stay focused. What am I working on? Where am I working? My obliques? Am I getting good rotation? Is my back being stable? Are my abs on? Am I slouching? Am I sitting up tall? Am I getting full range here? If you're really stiff in your upper back, you're not probably gonna have that much movement. This is a great exercise to work on that. So are your bicycles, right? Don't sleep on those bicycle crunches. They may seem old school. Guess what? Safe, effective. Oldies but goodies, right? Your squats, your deadlifts, your planks, your push-ups, oldies, goodies. There's a reason we still do them. There's a reason I still do them, especially if you got a home gym setup. Add some planks and push-ups in. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Lower abdominals, V-ups, pikes, whatever you want to do with these. If you just want to do your reverse, you're like, I am tapped out, I'm getting fatigued. Listen to your body. Push through with that deep core activation here, but let's maintain good form. So if you're coming all the way down, that lower back better be super glued to the ground, right? The further away, the harder it is, right? So if you cannot maintain that, guess what? Check your ego at the door, shorten it. Keep it solid, safe. That is how you build a much stronger core. Focus on the fundamentals, crush the fundamentals, and then you build, right? We don't skip to level 12 when we can't keep that lower back maintained at level 2. So let's finish here. We've got our planks, almost done. I'm gonna try to squeeze in a little bit of glutes. Finisher, because it is glute month. On my Strava group, check the caption if you want to join. This October challenge is glutes. We're focusing on glutes every week. 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Done with our weights. Plank with me. Let's start it up. In 3, in 2, get ready, brace. Planks, last one. Make it count. 30-second RKC style plank. Tailbone is slightly tucked under. Chin is tucked in. This should look like a little C curve in your back. Active abs. Abs are on. If you're sleeping in a plank for 5 minutes, guess what? That ain't it. That is not the plank for you. This is a challenging plank. Almost done. We're going to add those little knee crunches in. I see the finish line. We are almost there. Bring the knees up. Pull them up. Pull them up. Finish strong. We're going to be on our back for the rest of class, stretching. Tiny bit of glutes just to activate and be done with class. In 4. In 3. Faster. In 2. And 1. Come onto your back. Glute bridge. I'm squeezing them in because, why? It's glute month. You can have weights on your hips if you want. If not, knees at 90, driving through the hips. Squeeze. Finish out this class with a little bit of glute activation. I love my glute bridge. Why? Another exercise you can do at home with some weights here. Great strengthening. Again, if you do not have a gym, these classes are for you. These are my classes. Grab what weights you have. Eventually get heavier weights. I always say that in my class. Eventually, if you're doing my class for a month or 2, and all you got is some 10-pound weights, probably time to buy more for home. But think about it. For now, adding more reps, more consistency. Monday, Wednesday, I have my classes. Bring those weights. Let's do it. Fridays is core. Squeeze, activate. Squeeze that butt every single time. This is a great lower body exercise if you don't have the leg press, the barbell squat, etc. Add some weights, right? Glutes, hips, core, back. 4 more here. Squeeze that booty. 3, squeeze, activate each time. 2, engage. Last one. All right, we are done. Let's stretch. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock the knees side to side. Give that lower back a nice little massage. Did a lot of stuff, some challenging core work. Make sure your back is feeling good. We are just stretching it out and finishing off class. Let that left leg extend long. Shake it out. Hug that right knee in. Any stretches that feel good, now's your chance to add them in. I'm just guiding you. Roll the ankles around, the toes, ankles. Roll that hip around. Again, supple joints. We want strength and resilient bodies as we get older, but we need that flexibility, mobility as well. I always sneak in a little bit of yoga, even to people who are like, I can't do yoga. Because you know what? We need a little bit of mobility. We need some flexibility in life, especially as we get older, especially if you're very active. Actually, especially if you're not very active and active, right? We all need it. Bring that knee across your body. Find that position on you. I always cool down with the same type of cool down stretch. Again, make this your own. Find that position that feels like a good stretch on your glutes, maybe lower back. Open that right arm out, give your chest and shoulders a nice little stretch. Open it up from all those planky positions we did. Head goes wherever it needs to go. Maybe shake it out, release tension, get a nice stretch through that upper back, that thoracic spine, right? That's what we did those Russian twists with. Find the angle for your knee that feels right to you. Maybe it's higher, maybe it's lower. Again, your squat is gonna look different based on your body. A lot of these moves, you have to really find what's working best for your body, where you're tight, etc. Does not have to look exactly like the instructor or myself. Come back to center. Let's do our figure 4 stretch. You can leave it here if this is feeling like a good stretch for you, right? Opening up that hip. If you want to reach through, thread the needle. Nice little deep hip opener on that right side. Whatever's feeling right. Roll the shoulders, releasing tension. Release. Roll them out, roll them out, roll them out. Let it go. Shake the head. Just noticing anywhere else that you feel tension, let it go. Slow down the breath. Inhale through the nose. Fill the belly. And exhale it out. Slow down the breath. One of the best things you can do if you're stressed, slow down the breath. Last breath here, then we're going to switch sides. Same thing, other side. Unwrap that right leg. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Hug that left knee in. Give it a good squeeze. Roll those ankles and the toes around. Again, happy, healthy feet. That is your base of support. Keep those feet healthy, you guys. I cannot emphasize that enough. You need those feet. If they are messed up, the rest of you has got problems later on. Keep those feet healthy. Roll the hip around. Hips, feet, all these joints nice and healthy, supple. Move them around. Nice flexibility. Bring that knee across your body. Again, same thing, other side. Open that arm. Finding that position that just feels right to you, higher, lower, whatever. Any other stretches, if any of these don't feel great, and you're like, oh, when I do my child's pose, that feels good, or whatever, or formal, whatever. This is your chance, right? I'm just guiding you. You can always modify any of these moves or adding in anything else to any of my classes. It just feels right to your body. Last few breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Slow exhale out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, come back to center figure 4. We are almost done with class. We've really just got one more stretch after this. That's it. Subscribe to the channel if you like class. You want to join me every week. Subscribe, you'll get notifications. Again, full body class, bring weights, whatever you got at home, that is the point of that class. 30 minutes. Fridays is core. Definitely some spicy abs. I try to be a little bit advanced with the core work, right? Not a beginner class, but I'll try and show options. Same thing with our full body strength class. That is a quick circuit. If you need a quick full body strength in your life, join me. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Last few breaths here. Resetting your nervous system. Slow it down. Release tension. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it out through the mouth. Lower those shoulders. Lower them down. And then when you're ready, whenever you're ready, unwrap that left leg. Both feet onto the floor, windshield wiper the knees side to side. Let's finish in seated with just that nice tall spine, seated posture, just to take that with us through the rest of the day. Roll onto your side. Come into seated however you want. I just want to use this as a reminder. I'm always reminding people of posture because we're spending life like this. Keep this in mind. Ears over shoulders. Tuck that chin in a little bit. Lengthen. Reach to the sky. Inhale. Everyone could use a little bit of a posture reminder, right? Inhale, reach, lengthen. Crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale it out. One more time, and that is it for today. Inhale, reach to the sky, ears over shoulders, crown of the head to the ceiling. Tuck the chin in, lengthening through the spine. And then exhale it out. That is it for today. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you got something good out of class. Join me. That is it. I will see you next time. Subscribe to the channel. Take care of your bodies.